Hey guys, how's it going? This is a little video for you, a little warm-up balance video, as promised. This is just like simple warm-up exercises to get your body, your joints ready for balancing. It's all preparation. It's fairly simple, basic, small stuff. It's not like big power moves, so it's, I'm gonna aim for like about 15 minutes. Just to kind of get you into your body, 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, so find yourself a good space. This is really important that you feel like you're not going to bump your arms into anything. You can swing your arms around and feel your feet flat on the floor, nice and stable. And just take a moment to look at your feet, look down at your feet and make sure that they're parallel, nice lines between the feet. You don't want them outwards too much or inwards too much. Check out how your knees feel in your body, your hips feel in that position. Just feel into the soles of the feet touching the floor. Keep your legs nice and relaxed, no tension in the glutes, in the abs or the lower back, particularly let the shoulders soft, and just stand there for a couple of breaths. Feeling strong, feeling stable. And then gently rock the weight over to one side. I'm going onto my right foot and lifting my left foot. And then nice big circles around the ankle. So you want to get those circles nice and large. You can probably even hear my ankles popping and change direction. If you do hear a popping or a crunching, don't worry about it. Obviously don't do anything that's painful, but do try and get that full circular motion all the way around with the ankle, keeping the leg nice and straight, keeping the grounded leg strong. We place that foot to the floor, and on the other side, ankle, nice big circles. And once you've done it in one direction, I do about 8 circles before changing direction. And again, you're looking for a really smooth motion, so try not to make it jerky, but to keep it as smooth as possible. All the way around in big circles, let the ankle explore its full range of movement, circular movement. Okay, good. That foot down, back to the first one, lift up the leg, and we want to get a nice big circle from the knee now. So it's really about disengaging. Obviously we're working on the balance and the grounded leg at the same time, and then try to let that foot free spin, as it were, and then change direction. So we're loosening the knee, bring some awareness to the knee joint. Okay, nice wide circles, and change sides, lifting up the other leg, and creating those big circles. And then after about 6 to 10, probably 8, change direction. And when you've done that side, we place the foot to the floor. And we're just going to explore the hip now. So same thing, nice big circles. Basically we're working our way through the joints, through the articulations of the body, and making sure that there's no toxins. One of the things we do with this exercise is crunch up all the toxins that we breathe in through the air, change direction, the pollution in the air or the contaminants in our food, and we're able to kind of squash those up, crunch them up, let them into the blood flow, and then they get dealt with by the body and they get expelled. So very, very good for circulation, for blood flow. And the other side. Pay particular attention to the feet, the foot that's touching the floor in particular. Feel it reaching out into the 4 corners of the foot. Feel the toe pads pressing into the floor. And feel a stability and a groundedness in that foot that's touching the floor. change direction. I'm really trying to get those circles as wide as possible as the standing leg stays grounded. The other leg has a kind of lightness and a freedom of movement. Super good. Okay, one more for good luck. And both feet flat on the floor again, check the feet are parallel. And weight spread out throughout the whole of the feet. And we're just going to play around with the pelvis. So we're going to start off just tilting forwards and then back. I don't know if you can see, so I'm going to stand sideways on, tilting forwards, just really lifting, rotating the pelvis and tilting back. So push the bum out as you do so. Tilting forwards and back. And you'll find that over time, you'll be able to increase the range of movement. And that's really the objective, is to be able to open up the body so we can do more and more. Okay, small circles now with the hips. So just small circling motion. And then let those circles get slightly bigger and bigger and bigger until they're whacking great big circles, get the largest range of motion that you possibly can, moving the hips as much as possible, and then change direction, starting off with really large circles and then slowly letting those circles get a little bit smaller and a little bit smaller and a little bit smaller. And don't neglect these small, subtle movements. So as those circles get really tiny, we want to get really precise, still keeping a smooth and flowing movement in the body. But really, really subtle, really small so they're almost invisible. Okay, and let the hands down by the sides. So really interestingly with balance, we are using a lot our arms. So obviously it's a lot about the legs, because we're usually standing on one leg, standing on tiptoe, balancing on a rope or anything else. We're also using our arms, and we want to do our full range of articulations. So we're going to start with the wrists here. Nice big circles. Again, you may hear a popping, that's just the air that gets stuck in your joints. You may feel a crunching. It could be a number of things, but it's definitely helping to remove toxins from the body, increase blood flow right deep into the articulations, change direction. So you want your fingers nice and relaxed. You don't want lots of tension in the fists. Nice and soft fingers, but in that way you're able to explore a greater range of motion in the hands. Okay, super good. And then the shoulders, we're going to do nice big circles with the shoulders. Really opening the shoulders as much as you can. Great, once you've done a few of those, then change direction. So explore everything in both directions and notice the difference between one direction and the other. And really try to grow and expand the range of motion in the body. Okay, next one, arms out and just to the elbows. So nice big circles in one direction. Again, letting the hands soft. You'll have to keep some tension in the shoulders, but really opening at the elbow and change direction. That's really good. Keep that motion flowing and smooth. And now for a tricky one arm up, one arm down. It's more of a brain ache exercise. Change direction, more of a brain ache exercise, and then an exercise any different to what we've already done. Okay, super good. Let the hands down by the sides, and we're just going to open the shoulders in a slightly different way. So you can stay facing the screen if you wish, just to show you Nice big windmill arms on one side and in the other direction. And windmill the arm on the other side. Exploring a full range of motion, and try and keep the torso fairly still when you do this. And change the directions. Again, about 6 to 10 repetitions is good. Okay, cool. We're starting to get there now. Starting to open up the body. Again, check that your feet haven't spread out. Check that they're nice and parallel. And we're just going to explore the spine now. So start a gentle swaying motion and leave your hands heavy down. So this first part of the spinal twist is to work the lower vertebrae, the lower part of the back. And you'll find that by leaving the arms heavy, you'll probably feel it in those lower vertebrae more than anywhere else. And as you get comfortable and you've done a few of those, you're starting to get warmer, bring the arms up until the hands, elbows and shoulders are all in alignment. And then look out to the hand that goes furthest round. This is working the top of the back, the upper vertebrae. And you'll notice I like to put a little bounce in my knees as I do it. Really letting the chest open up, letting the spine open up, all the way from the bottom to the top. Super good. Okay, blood's flowing now throughout the whole of the body, all of the limbs. We're going to just do a little bit of extra work on the ankles and a first balancy exercise there. I think, yeah, to keep it to about 15 minutes, maybe slightly over, is going to be good for this video, partly so I can upload it to YouTube. Okay, so checking that your feet are parallel and about hips width apart. You don't want them too wide, you don't want them right together, but somewhere comfortable about the same distance as your hips. And bring the hands together. I like to take hold of my thumb. You can interlace the fingers or take your fingers and reach the hands up above the head and come up onto tiptoes and down and up onto tiptoes and down and up onto tiptoes and down, and once more up onto tiptoes, and this time hold it. Just breathe into that space. Just observe impartially the muscle action, what's happening in your legs, toes, feet. And keeping the heel off the floor, gently rock your weight over to one side and really fix your eyes on a fixed point to lift the other foot up. Lifting up, extending through the grounded leg. Lifting up the heart, lengthening the spine. Use the arms to pull the body up and breathe. And gently change the weight, replacing the floating leg, staying up with heels lifted, and gently remove the other foot. Same thing, lift up and balance, look at a fixed point and breathe. And when you're ready, gently bring that floating leg back to the floor. And keeping the heels up, release the hands, exhaling. And when you're ready, bring the heels down and shake it out a bit, shake out the arms. Shake out the legs one by one. Shake out the legs, arms both together. And there you are, ready to do some more balance.